Hello, hello, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. We're with the snaky boy. I like his sweater. I really do. That's real cute. Argos fills his lungs with the dry desert air, and then slithers over to lean against one of the porch's pillars. He peers out into the night, thinking, considering. What now? Though he cannot see it, the hotel, much like its master, has turned its back upon that place. He can feel it upon his scales, taste it upon the stirring wind with every flicker of his tongue. The valley, all that cursed and blood-soaked sand and stone, surrounds him. Its presence suffuses? The air like a stench of a charnel house. I don't know what that is either. Or wraps tight around his throat like a heavy shackle and chain. Looms over him, filled with harrowing malice, like Lord Hermes had at the fruition of the god's mad plan. I am doing great today. A shudder racks the snake's body along its entire coiled length. He scrubs at his eyes with a forearm, turning his mind away from those thoughts, and turning it instead towards the future, his future. What now? What use is a tool that has lost its purpose? What scorn must be placed upon the wretch who spoiled the divine scheme, fulfilled it far faster and more thoroughly than any intention could aspire to, leaving all to teeter upon the knife's edge of ruin. Where will he go now that his role has come to its end? He lifts his gaze to the starry sky, to those 100,000 countless eyes which speckle the darkness with their light. Perhaps the snake hopes that one of them is looking down and smiling upon him, filled with forgiveness and love. Rocky as the start may have been, by the night's end all agreed that the celebration was unforgettable. The wine rekindled the guests' good spirit, the food kept everyone together. And with only a brief delay from schedule, you and your darling charge rose to take the stage and announce that the hotel's grand reopening. Dear guests, I must thank you for honoring my partner and I with your company tonight. Seeing our home so full of life and joy, that is what we've been striving towards. It has been a long and difficult journey. Not too long ago, this hotel was in a tragic state. Asterion, our employees, and I, together we went through the great lengths to turn it into the inviting place it's become. But if anyone deserves a special mention here, it is Asterion. He's the one who brought us together around our hotel's mission, and I must say it is an honor to share our ownership of this establishment with him. Now, Asterion, would you grace us with your speech? He stepped forward with the limelight, a smile upon his face, and after only a few brief seconds of fumbling and fidgeting, his sweet-sounding voice rang out. To have around all us company so fine, it's this which makes a home of our hotel. The people who find their way here, more often than not, bear such grievous weight, loss, sorrow, or perhaps emotions even darker. I know it is not much, but I hope that, even if only a single night, we have managed to give you more than shelter, that you have found here a place of belonging. So thank you for giving me a purpose, and thank you for sharing your lives with us. I hope you enjoy your stay with us at all. A glance your way, and a titter? Titter. Like the wings of hummingbirds flutter.
Must I really say it?
Yes, buddy. It is absolutely imperative.
As you wish. In that case, welcome to Minotaur Hotel.
Evening. You gather back all the dazzling dawn has put asunder? Yes. You gather the man, and gather the deer, and gather the beloved to his lover. One by one, the guests return to their quarters. First, the families and their sleepy children, and then couples holding hands, and hours later, the fine single people you have taken in. After all of them are gone, the staff still remains, and nursing the dregs and feasting upon the bountiful leftovers. Meanwhile, you and Asterion touch arms, pour the night's long string of wine upon the sizzling embers of the hearth. For the few gods whose favor is allowed this night to happen, for the sweet friends who have joined your cause, for the warmth of your partner's eyes, and for this night to remain forevermore in fondly held memory. Later, as the two of you make your way back to your apartment, Asterion hums a more cherished song. Your hands brush together, and you cast doting glances at one another, out of the corners of your eyes. What a night, huh?
I haven't had one this intense in centuries.
How are you holding up?
I am holding up.
A single deep breath.
Now that we are winding down, I feel my tongue going dry, and each sound is becoming far too loud. And the more I breathe, the more I feel like I'm drowning. Right now, I would like nothing more than to sit down in silence and order my thoughts. By the 12, I punched Hermes. I had entire centuries where there were fewer things happening than this single night had. And knowing that Hermes himself is involved would give me great and terrible fear, were it not for the conversation we had with him. All things considered, I could be feeling much worse.
What do you mean?
I could be panicking right now, but I am not. All I feel is exhaustion.
Huh? Remember a few weeks ago, when we were almost panicking before the concert you held in the lounge? Look at how much you've changed since then. You've taken all of this very well.
Well, it is not too difficult, if I have you by my side.
Oh.
I have known thousands of fine men and women over the centuries, and if I ever had to face challenges this tall, I would wish to have you by my side.
You flatter.
It is true, though.
You drink warm... Your drink-warmed mind goes back to earlier in the day. Has it truly been only a handful of hours? Back in his embrace, to his scent in your nose and lungs, and to his fur under your palms, and his lips under your own. And you can tell by the flushing of his face and ears that your Minotaur, your darling Asterion, is thinking similar thoughts.
You're very special, to the hotel, and to me.
His heated cheeks brush against your own, and he leans down, and then at last, you taste the sweetness of him once more. A kiss, thicker than before, and no less thrilling for it. Which reminds me, we should probably have a talk about what happens when we get back to our apartment. A single, tenser breath.
We should, but seeing how intense things have been, would it be acceptable if we left that for tomorrow?
Yes, that's very reasonable and very acceptable.
But before we go our separate, to our separate quarters, would you like to? Would it be alright if we could just sit together on the couch for a while? I do want to wind down a bit, but I just do not want to be alone quite yet.
His large, strong, clumsy, gentle hand stays closed behind your own. When you reach up to cup his cheek, you rub it against your palm while meeting your gaze with his starry-eyed eyes. Yes. Yeah, I could go for that. It is like a key fitting into a lock, like a ship sliding into safe harbor. Like the joints of two beams fitting together in perfect uniformity, creating a stable framework for the house you've built together. You and Asterion settle onto the couch, lounging with his arm around your torso. While he holds you like a teddy bear, you lean into the embrace, lying upon his warm, forgiving bulk. Okay. He leans into you as well, rubbing his chin on the top of your head, while you set a gently supportive hand upon his back. And when your fingers reach up to caress one of his flickering ears, your darling's throat rumbles with a moo of contentment. But mostly, there is stillness and silence. Your darling has earned it. You press it against him and allow him to gather himself after you both get cozy. That is how the two of you drift off to sleep. The even rhythm of every breath lulls you and your Minotaur into placid, restful slumber. And that is how you wake up when, at last, a new day dawns at Minotaur Hotel.
Oh. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed the game. Here's your current ranking. We use it to track how much your relationship with Asterion has progressed.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
Minotaur Hotel has a ton of content now. If you want to see everything, you'll have to do multiple playthroughs. It even has achievements now. You can check how many of them you obtain from the main menu. We hope this new feature will make it easier to find and keep track of secrets. But if you want to find more, click here to be taken to a special page in the Minotaur Hotel wiki, with lots of information. From there, you'll be able to access our official forums, check game-related news, and get to know some of the games we recommend. Mainly, we really recommend you check out the Minotaur Hotel forum, as we're trying to make it into a lively place to discuss the game. If you have a minute, we'd be very grateful if you could answer our survey. As always, your feedback is very important to us. And with that, goodbye for now. We hope you continue to enjoy our game.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Yes. I guess that's it, guys. I'll see you around.